Hi everyone, it's Louise from Lulu Purple. Today I'm going to be showing you a mixed media art journal page using PaperArtsy stamps. First of all, I am using my Salty Ocean Distress paint and I'm going to use my brayer to roll this paint onto my page. For my second layer, I am going to use Mowed Lawn Distress Paint and I'm going to apply it exactly the same way with my brayer over the page. I am now using my heat tool to help dry the paint. I am now going to use my white gesso and I'm going to water this down and then I am going to roller it onto the background as the colour of the background is quite bright and I want to dull it down a little bit. So here I've just positioned my stamps to whereabouts I want them and I have gone ahead and stamped some of the images onto the background. For this page I am going to use the stamps by PaperArtsy. I'm using Jofi 42, Electrica EEG 14, Jofi 31, Jofi 36, Electrica EEG 15, and I am also going to use the Creative Expressions background stamp called Daisy Daisy. For my background stamp I am using my archival ink potting soil and I am just going to stamp randomly the words over the page. I am now going to use my Fern Green archival ink for my next image to stamp randomly over my page. For my next stamp, I am using the Forget Me Not archival ink. Next, I'm going to use my PaperArtsy Smoothie cardstock, and I'm going to use my black archival ink to stamp out all the images of the flowers and the girls, and here you can see them all. And I'm going to use my Derwent Inktense pencils to colour all the images in. So for some of my background images, I'm using the Derwent Inktense pencils directly over the top of the paint. This is the good thing about these pencils, as they will not reactivate once they have dried. So here I'm using the Inktense pencils again. I'm just colouring over the flower and using some water to activate the colour. If I want it a bit darker, then I can add water to the actual pencil and lift some more colour onto my page. As you can see, I have already stuck some of my flowers down onto my art journal page. Here I have stuck a flower down which I've cut in half where the crease of the fold for the book will be, and I'm just using my pencil with some water to colour in the crease in the middle of the page so it looks yellow rather than the background colours. So here I am just blending two of the Inktense pencils together. I just thought I'd show you this little bit so that you can see how it's done. Basically just add the two colours, then add a bit of water and blend them in. Going back to the flowers on the fold, I suddenly had a bright idea to colour the actual page underneath first before I stuck the flower down, which is a little bit easier to do. I am now going to use my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, the clear one, to add some glitter to the inside of all my flowers. I thought I'd show you quickly how I get my skin tones for my girls. So the first one, I'm just blobbing some water onto my mat, using a little bit of red and a lot of white to get it to a light pinkish colour. and then I would just apply the paint onto the card. Now this is easier if you build it up in layers, so put one layer on first, dry it, and then add a second layer to make it a bit darker if need be. So for my second skin tone, I'm going to use the Baked Earth colour, and I'm going to do the same thing, put some water onto my mat and water the colour down so that it is a paler shade. Test it out on my paper and then go ahead, paint it over, dry it off, and then add another layer if need be. I'm using my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue to stick my cardstock onto my page. So for my second girl, I have cut her out, cutting the frilly part of her dress off. I've cut her hair and moved the bun to the other side of her head, and I've cut her legs a little bit shorter to make her smaller. This way you can use the same stamped image but have two different looks. I am now going to use my black archival ink pad to go around the outside edge of my page to give it a bit of a border. And that is this page all finished. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Links to my website, Facebook and more will be in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you got inspired.